to serve the citizens across Washington County. We ask that you reach down and touch the hearts of each of us as we go through and conduct the business of the people. We ask that you look down on our supervisor member, Mr. Benson, as he goes through. Look down on our country as we go through some pretty rough times right now. Things don't appear to be getting better, but with your help, with your grace, things will turn around and get better for us. For these and other blessings we ask in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Let us all say amen. Amen. And the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Washington County Board of Supervisors, United States, with the Honorable Board President Carl McKee.
Okay. Once again, let me apologize for the delay with our meeting on yesterday. We just had some unforeseen things to happen, and we just was not able to get the meeting open. But today we're here, and we will be taking care of the people's business as we move forward. Now, on the agenda additions, I would like to add Riverside Drainage Commission for a request.
So moved.
And also a Mars ad valorem tax. And we had one more, Mr. President. All right, we have a interlocal agreement here we'll need to approve, and the attorney will explain it to us. It has to do with Washington County, Metcalf, Leland, Hollandale, Arcola, but it's just a amendment to the interlocal agreement we had initially. And we'll also need to add an address correction for the voting precinct in Hollandale. There was a little mix-up on the address, but we want the board to give approval to correct that and make sure we communicate before 30 days to the election as to what the polling place is at the Hollandale precinct. Is there anything else to be added? 90 days. When is the election?
We got time. 90 days.
All right, we'll do that today. Thanks, Mr. Attorney. Anything else? Any other additions? Any deletions? Need a motion to go ahead and approve?
So moved.
And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And the minutes from the previous meeting.
So moved.
I got a motion? And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Okay, Justin Birch is not here. They're having a event this morning, an announcement that's taking place at the GHEC, which we were supposed to be there, but in lieu of the need for taking care of the county's business, we're here today. David Burford, I don't see emergency management in the building. We'll keep it moving. And Terrell Gibson, Mr. Gibson, yes, you're up. Now, Mr. Gibson, yes, you're discussing the ad valorem tax issue.
Correct.
And Mr. Attorney?
Yeah, is that the church property?
Yes, sir.
Because that matter is.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Nope. No.
Mr. President and members of the board, that matter is pending before the Chancery Court of Washington County. And until the Chancery Court resolves the issue, I would recommend this board not hear involve itself in this matter because it's pending before the Chancellor, before Judge Richard.
You aware of that, Mr. Gibson?
Well, that is 50% correct. And so I would like to enter.
Let me do this.
Okay.
We have to go with what our attorney is telling us. And at this time, with it being a board order denying the tax exempt status, until we hear from the courts, we can't take any action.
Well,
and you would only hurt yourself to make any further comments.
Well, I don't have a problem with hurting myself because, number one, we would like to enter our objection onto the record because what Mr. Griffin stated is not.
Speak loud. Just speak up a little bit.
Okay, what Mr. Griffin stated is not factually correct. It is halfway correct and half wrong.
Right.
Because the issue before the court is not whether or not thy kingdom come should be tax exempt. That's not the issue before the court. The court has already ruled that the county illegally not only took our property, but the county illegally sold the property. So the tax sale was set aside and canceled. So that issue has already been resolved. What is presently before the court right now is the court ordered the county to give us 7 days after June 4th to pay the taxes. But as of this particular date, the county, the tax collector, the clerk, and whomever is involved, they have refused to give us the number. So this issue of how shall I say, whether or not thy kingdom come should be tax exempt has never been presented to the court. So that's not before the court.
Okay, let me be clear. As far as we stand right now, and with a standing board order, we're not prepared to go any further until you have a resolution, some resolution from the courts.
Now,
And then,
may I, the problem is, okay, the board in an order denying thy kingdom come tax exempt status, is that correct?
No, the board has.
At some point, yes, at some point in the past.
We don't have
Let
a
me finish.
written
Let me
document
finish.
on that.
Let me finish. At that point, there was an appealable order from this board. It was never appealed to the Chancery or Circuit Court, as required by law. And so that status stands because of the failure of the church, okay, to appeal an order of this board. And in addition to that, you lost the property, and
Wait a minute.
I assume you have reacquired it, but that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, this board did in fact deny tax exempt status, and it was never appealed.
Okay. Well, we would just like to object to that once again. And if you go back and you reference the minutes from April 5th, 2021, the only thing on the minutes is the fact that it was postponed. And as far as myself and the overseer here, we don't have anything from the board denying that particular tax exempt status. So if there is a denial, then once again, that is also a denial of due process because we never received notice that it was denied. We never received notice. And we don't have a problem with saying, we don't have a problem with Mr. Griffin saying that there was an order, but to say that we knew about the order, that's something totally different.
Ms. Brooks, your mic.
That's where it was.
Just click it on. Just click it on. Speak to it.
I'm sorry. My question is with the nonprofit. It's a church. Am I correct?
Correct.
The property that we're talking about. What do you do with it?
Okay, currently,
Or what initially doing with it?
initially, it is a church.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a church even before 2010. My sister here is the overseer, and she decided to rent it out to another church due to the fact that she was in and out of town mostly. But the fact of the matter is, it is still to this particular
church.
day a church,
I guess the
and
concern
it's being
is,
used as a church.
attorney, I guess I'm a little concerned now. So if it's a church, why did we did not exempt it?
Let me explain to you what.
Because I understand
No.
extra properties.
Let me explain what the problem was, then and what it is now. The tax assessor conducted an investigation and determined that this was a for-profit business, okay? Yes, it's listed as his name a church, but it's a profit generating or commercial business that they generate money from. The law says that if you generate income from any church or any other business, then it's no longer a tax exempt business.
I got a
okay?
question then.
Yeah.
What about other churches? You know, you go in that church, they have a gallery where you can buy books and gospel stuff from, and you are generating money there. So how do we deal with situations like that?
They are generating it for the church itself. This organization is renting to another church, okay? All right, at that point, it's no longer tax exempt because the very person, the owner, is generating income from it. That's just cut and dry.
Do y'all still have church inside the church while y'all renting it?
Ma'am, it's no longer, we, because of everything that has gone on at the county here, we don't even have access to our own facilities because the rental and the verbal and the written agreement was written up as such that we still have full use of the building because my sister, her ministry is involved in gospel, bringing different gospel groups and acts, and through that, she ministers unto the communities. Now, I want to piggyback and go back to what Mr. Griffin stated. Mr. Griffin stated that there was some type of investigation done. If there was an investigation, then we would like a report of that investigation because how can you do an investigation and I wasn't spoken to, the overseer here wasn't spoken to, so what type of investigation was this? And number two, we would like to say that there is no law that Mr. Griffin has ever quoted. He's just making allegations. There is no law that says that the church cannot rent its facilities to another church. And also there is no law that says that if you do, you will lose your tax exempt status. And I would like Mr. Griffith, if he can be so kindly to quote the law,
No.
which state that it is law.
No, the burden is not on the board. When the board makes a decision, the burden is on the owner to show that in fact that is not the law. And you haven't done so, sir. I think you're trying to shift a burden to this board or to the lawyer of this board to prove to you that you're entitled to tax exempt status. Now, the law is clear, and I presented it to this board in the past. I don't have to share it with you, but I have to share it with this board, and I've done so, on how a church can receive and retain tax exempt status. That has been done. And if a church decides to rent to someone else and profit from it, it is no longer a church that you are operating, but perhaps someone else. And if they're paying you rent, that's just like renting your house to me.
May I speak?
Okay?
No. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Once they finish get a settlement from courts, they can come back. All right. No. We're done with this one. Once you get finished with court, you may get back on the agenda and come back and appeal. But right now, everything stands as it is.
Okay, well.
Appreciate your time.
But
Thank you, sir. No, we're done.
we don't have,
We're done.
we do.
No, we're done.
We do not have the order which
That's
they say
fine.
they denied it, so how can we appeal something that we never had
Mr. Gibson.
notice of?
We're done. Okay, let me go to number 7. We have a request from Congressman Benny Tung for use of the Washington County Convention Center
That's hers.
for the annual Second Congressional District College and Career Fair. There's a process for getting copies and documents. All right, I need a motion on the consideration for October 2nd for the College Day and Career Fair at the Convention Center.
So moved.
And I need a second. Need a second. Second.
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? A motion carries. Approval of request from Mississippi Department of Child Protective Services, use of Washington County Convention Center meeting rooms. December the 18th, 2024, noon to 4 p.m. A retirement luncheon. What's the pleasure? Of course,
moved.
they're asking for fees to be waived.
So moved.
I got a motion. I need a second. Properly moved and seconded. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? A motion carries. Go ahead. Come on. I just did that one, the congressman. I did both of those. Okay. Now, right now, we got accepting the exemption certification from the Department of Revenue and consider approval of final resolution. USG Interiors. Ad valorem tax $1,021,211.
So moved.
I had a
Say it
motion
again. What's your
and a second.
I didn't hear what you said.
We're on number 10 right now.
I mean,
On
read
the
it to me.
agenda.
I
Yes,
got my
ma'am.
glasses.
Accepting the exemption certification from the Department of Revenue and considering approval of the final resolution for USG Interiors LLC ad valorem tax exemption in the amount of $1,021,211.
I'm gonna say second this time.
We got a motion and a second. Any other questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, now we have some additions to the agenda. Riverside Drainage Commission. Riverside Drainage Commission is, I see what it is. Wait a minute. Asking for agreement for a permit for Riverside Drainage Commission to install by the county, no, covers. Renzo, step up. This is up there at Huntington Point. And we asked for a low water crossing. What is this about covers? We're putting the bridge back.
No, sir, that's,
I'm wrong then.
the low water crossing is the culverts, to install so the equipment can get across Huntington Point.
Right. But, Mark, come up.
So that's just a
It's
temporary.
just a
No,
sign-
no.
it's a letter from
Mm.
Riverside Drainage or the letter from me? I don't see what you.
This one here is from Campbell's alone. So they
It's
had,
It's approving it? What is it?
yeah, they approving putting
Okay.
3 covers in. And that's not what we asked for. Ms. Johnson, explain what we asked for.
We needed a low water
Can't hear
crossing.
you.
We needed a low water crossing just to be able to get the machine across
While you
while we
take it
work
down
on
and put it back up.
Take it down, put it back, yeah.
And if you were to put covers in, what's the issue?
Yeah, it's a low water crossing.
The 10-foot covers, once we put them in that slough, we're not gonna be able to get them back out.
It's got so much silt in it. It can't work. We actually need gravel.
Yeah, we were gonna build a boulder road,
Right.
just leave a dip in it so the water could get across it and never got up.
Right. Why don't you two kind of get together and make sure we get what we need? I understand there's gonna be a delay, but then the expense of the covers, and then that's not what we want. We want a low water crossing, the gravel piece with a little drainage once the water gets up, so we can move the equipment back and forth and get this project.
I mean, just one, you creating a dam. I mean,
The Drainage Commission knows exactly what we're trying to do.
So they gotta send it back to them and let them
Yeah,
approve
yeah,
it?
you just can't move it.
They'll meet next month on the
Yeah.
17th, it'll be a different month.
Yeah.
So are we trying to create a dam?
No, we're just trying to rebuild a bridge.
And we 100% wanna build a bridge.
Yeah.
So I got a question. So what we're doing is pretty much just creating a bypass.
No, you're creating a platform to work from with the equipment.
I'm talking
our-
about same as a bypass to be able to work with the equipment, 'cause that's what you're doing. If you
Yeah.
take the bridge down, aren't you?
The drag line has to be able to go from one side to the other during demolition and construction.
So would a bypass be with the drainage, dam, be an issue?
No,
I think
not with the proper drainage, no.
you're talking about more of like could be
Platform.
like a weir where it is, that's, yeah, it works like a weir. Just if it gets too
Right.
high, it'll come over, and if it's, too low, you can cross it. I guess that's what you're talking about.
I mean,
Is that what you're talking about?
60 foot Too wide, there's not enough room without getting onto somebody's property for 60 foot of area, because we have to be
Yeah.
60 feet away from the bridge, so we're looking at 120 feet, and we're actually gonna be into the guy's yard.
Okay.
I know we don't have to do that.
So we need to address, I guess what you said, we need to address the drainage to tell them what we wanna do.
They'll get together and go back to the Drainage Commission, both of them, and make it work.
But they want something from, they want engineering study to say it would not create, it's a house right there. So if you,
Right.
you have a drainage ditch, right? That already has water in there now. So if you add gravel and build it up, what is that doing? It's backing up
That's
No.
what,
upstream.
that's
No.
what they said they would approve, is just
Yeah.
rock
No.
boulder road.
But
But
what
it-
about the family that lives there?
All right, let me do this. I'm extremely familiar with this. This is in my district. I'm familiar with the family right there.
So the family don't care about the water?
No, we just gotta get the bridge fixed.
No, I'm asking
It's not.
So they don't care?
That's not an issue, Ms. Brooks.
I just wanna make sure the family
Ms.
don't
Brooks,
care.
it's
That's
not
what
an
I'm
issue.
asking.
No, it's not an issue.
Okay, so you're saying the
All
family
right.
don't care?
We know exactly what we need, and we need to go ahead and get that done. A low water crossing.
The board could just approve it. If they say they can approve it, just put it in writing. You say they approve.
Approve the, low water crossing.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
If you talk to him and said that they said it's okay for low water crossing, they can just approve it.
It's right, Ms.
All right.
Humphrey,
You still have to get it
uh,
approved
Alright,
through the,
let-
drainage though.
But it can come from the board.
Yeah,
and-
already approved and
Yeah.
just go to the drainage?
Right.
Is what
Right.
you're saying?
Because Mr. President just said that the family
Yeah.
don't care about.
So we can go ahead and prove it as long as it's approved by the Drainage Commission, is what you're saying? Yeah.
Give me a
Is that what
motion,
you're saying?
Please,
So moved to approve a low water crossing
Low water
as long
crossing
as
as
it's approved by
described.
the Drainage Commission.
as it's described. Need a second.
Yeah.
Second myself. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
One abstention.
And one abstention. All right, y'all get together and make it happen. You know, we're good. Thank you, Ms. Anderson. All right, what am I missing? That was another one. You had some more. These are additions to the agenda.
The Mars, Avalon.
All right, you got that paper for the Mars Avalon. We did the USG. On Mars, we gotta give them the number, the amounts. Okay? All right, everybody understand?
This come from the Department of Revenue,
They approve, yeah.
some of them.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. That's Mars and USG.
This year exemption, they denied, part of it, the initial resolution had 1,872,400. The department rejected 27,156.
Did they say why they rejected
The software,
software administrator?
that's the six.
You need to accept that also?
We'll have to, yeah, thank you, Ms.
Second.
Brooks. And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
7 year, again, the initial was 10,000,000.
For who? For who?
Same people.
Mars? Okay.
All of these are Mars.
All right.
Initially requested 10,402,330. They approved 10,313,361. They denied 88,962 software again.
This was who?
Mars. Still
All
Mars.
of these
What
are
year
Mars.
did they say the year the software was? Did they say what kind of software it is?
No, it's just that it is.
Some
Give it to that. You motion to accept? I got a motion. Need a second?
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
8 year,
It's still Mars now.
still Mars. Initially was approved 5,200,491. They approved 5,200,499.
Some
No, ineligibility.
I got a motion? I need
So
a second.
moved. Second.
Any questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
9 year,
Motion carries.
you approved 5,400,574. They approved 5,367,327. They, denied 33,246 software again. That's another.
All right. I got a motion to accept the denial. I need a second.
Second.
No other questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The final one is the 10-year. You approved 10,961,528, and they approved 10,961,528.
Okay. That's an approval on that one from Mars. Got it. I got a motion. It's from the Department of Revenue. Yes, ma'am. You good? I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else?
Correcting our address.
Oh, address correction on the voting precinct, then Hollandale, give us the numbers and let everybody know why we're doing it. It's the voting precinct, which is the multiplex, right?
That's correct.
And the mistaken address was,
112 West Washington Street,
and the correct address is,
911 East Avenue.
all right, so now we're gonna make this correction, Mr. Attorney. What notification do we have to do?
You have to notify the circuit clerk, the election commissions, and they'll notify the circuit clerk, the Secretary of State's office.
And the public, how do we do that?
You can publicize, in the paper, authorize, you can publish in the paper if you want to.
All right, all the above, that means the advertisement, the paper and everything, anything else? You good? Lee, I need a second. Here. I got a second. There are the questions, all in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, motion carries. Yes, sir. You was gonna say something, Mr. Attorney?
They don't have, do they still get the Deer Creek pilot down there?
Say what?
They still get the Deer Creek pilot and holiday?
District time.
The Deer Creek
Newspaper.
pilot, the newspaper.
I'm on the newspaper, they have it.
Advertise in the EDT.
EDT, yeah.
Okay, what else? We got any other additions, Ms. Brooks? All right, if you want to add mental health, Ms. Brooks? Oh, look, Jeremy back there flagging me. Can I get him first?
Yes, go ahead.
We're gonna add, building and grounds to the agenda. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? And mental health, thank you, Ms. Brooks.
Good
All
morning.
in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Go ahead, Jeremy,
All
sorry.
right, good morning. I got two things this morning. First thing, I got B&E Communications. We had our communication system down at the jail, so it went over our 2,500 allotted states. So the price ended up being $4,346.25.
It's up and running now, right?
Yes, sir.
Need a motion
So moved.
and a second. Any other questions on this? All right, you just repaired something, right?
Yes, sir.
How old is this system?
Since the jail was built out there. I think
All right.
2012.
All right, they're not asking for upgrades or anything? Y'all,
No.
y'all have a conversation about it. I got a motion and a second. Everybody understand? All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
And then the second thing is, I received a request from Mace, and they wanted me to present to the board. They want to know, can we upgrade 10 sites on the Washington County Correctional Facility, change them out from 30 amps?
Hope, not correction facility.
I mean, convention center. I mean, convention center.
Everybody understand what the request is? RV hookups, we have a number of 50 amp circuits. They're asking for additional 10, 30 amp circuits. And what that
Additional
entails.
50 amps.
Huh?
Additional 50
They
amps.
got 50 now.
Yeah, they
They
want
they want 10 hookups to go to 50.
Yeah, yeah.
That we have some 10s, some 50s and 30s. What's the cost? And is Mace gonna pick that cost up?
No, they wanted the county to pick it up. So it's about, we did an estimated cost about, for do 10 sites, it'd be close to $10,000, like $1,000 a site.
Oh, no. What's the question?
I don't have a problem. Most everywhere is 50 amp now where you go anywhere on most sites. Because a lot of these, you know, and that's what I was asking Jeremy yesterday. During that time, are they mostly filled up? You said they are. So I wouldn't have a problem doing it as long as we're using them. And a lot of these things they can hook up to 30 amps, but if they got 2 air conditioners, they can't run but one.
Oh, no.
You know, so.
Oh, Ms. Brooks.
Second.
All right. I got a motion and a second.
We're
all-
doing that in-house, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We've got 150 amp circuit that's one leg is down on it. I'll show it to you. Anything else?
No, is it?
That's it?
Yes, sir.
Talk to us about softball, anything like that.
Softball, they started the playoffs today.
Okay.
And the women's softball tournament start next week. So Timber will be scheduled to end the Sportsplex next Thursday of the season. Everything will be over next Thursday.
Okay. You know, we still didn't get a printed schedule, and still don't have a copy of the bylaws. We need to make sure we get that done. And board, we still need to, I say need to, fill the at-large position too. And put that on your minds, and we'll figure out how we're gonna do it. Of course, that at-large position has to have the majority of the board vote and put that person in place. But what it'll do is give them a full board going into the planning for next season. Is anybody got it? No, that's what we said we would do.
Yeah,
And now's the time. So if you know of someone I'm going to submit a name, who's, guys who'd expressed an interest. Daryl Miles, being on there, graduated from Mississippi State, pitcher from Mississippi State, that currently lives here in our community. So we'll check with him, but we'll take names. And, the board the board will need to make.
You're talking about that at-large position?
The two at-large positions.
Two at-large positions.
And you'll have to decide you want to interview, just whatever the
Yeah.
process may be to fill those two at-large positions. But it takes a majority of the board to put somebody on.
Yeah.
I think we,
Can't hear you.
I don't know Mr. Miles, he sounds like he's the right person, but I think it also needs somebody probably from the business sector to help, raise money too. I'm having that in mind right now, I had somebody initially said that we had, this plate,
Okay.
but I said, can we, do that the next?
Oh, no, we're not gonna do it today. This is just put everybody on notice. They're wrapping the season up. Before they go into the next season, we need to give them everything they need to work with. And, that way, when they get ready, they all can be on the same page. That's all it is. Now, it's not a rush, you know, this is just July. And, of course, we'll have to do it pretty quick. And don't forget, we have to go ahead and fill the positions on our planning commission as well with these appointments. Anything else, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir.
All right, let us know how you're coming out with the, and how you gonna select which pedestals get the 50 amps.
We're gonna do those ones along the racetrack.
Okay, okay, good enough.
Yes, sir.
All right, any other additions? Do we have anything else? Oh, want me to get him, or you gonna come on? Come on, Mark. Sorry about that, Mark.
Oh, you're fine. Good morning.
Need a motion, go ahead and add the road department,
So moved.
and a second, and a second.
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. I'm sorry, Mark, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to come to y'all today. Our office manager, John Cannon, he put in for his retirement.
Okay.
And I would like to put somebody in the office for him to start training.
So moved.
Because if it don't, it's gonna fall back on me. So-
All right,
Second.
I got a motion and a second. What you need to do is give it to the county administrator, put together a job description and show the salaries, and you all want to see it, or what y'all want to do?
Well, he's just replacing this spot,
No,
but
no,
he's just
no.
trying to get him in before he leaves to get him
Trying to get
familiar. Is that
somebody
right?
trained, yeah, we need
Yeah.
somebody trained up to know the
All right.
basics. They're not gonna learn everything, but they know the basics by that time.
Okay.
All right, when you find a person, come back, let us know who it is. You know,
Are you advertising in-house, see if anybody wants that job?
In-house and at the Wind Job Center.
Okay.
We need somebody with experience, like, parts, and it takes.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure we set the job description where we know where
They-
they catch on, and know what they're doing, so.
Yeah.
okay.
Because all the invoices and everything goes through that.
Yeah, everything, the
Okay.
office manager is that. so.
Okay. So it's,
Uh,
yeah, gotcha.
I know somebody with parts management experience, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and, once Don actually retires, I would like to put another person back in there to help out, because, like now, when Don is off, I have to go into the
It used to be
office.
two of y'all in there, right?
It was me and Don.
Right, yeah.
And then,
Alright.
we board approved to split that. I think we added it back in the budget.
I'd
or
suggest,
something like
I'm sorry, Carl, go ahead.
What
I'm not
happened?
sure,
What happened was, now, I don't know the proper terminology, but you took that pay and gave it to Don.
Mm-hmm.
What you'd have to do with this new person, you can't bring them in at that level. We're gonna have to have some conversations, Ms. Carter, and establish a pay grade, a pay schedule, I'm sorry, for the position that will allow you the flexibility to bring an assistant office manager in.
Yeah, I agree. And every time, just moving forward, two things I suggest. We're coming up during budget session, go ahead and work on it. But also, every time we do that, that comes back to bite us. We say, okay, we're getting rid of this person, and we're gonna give the pay here. Then they come, well, we can't do it now. You got to add somebody. So we got to be very, very cautious when we move forward doing that in the future. But yeah, I would say go ahead. You're starting budget session. Go ahead and start working on your budget. How you need to, to staff that office.
Yeah, when we did that, me and Don worked together, I helped him a lot, so,
Yeah.
I do a lot of the outside, like Thompson and Striblin.
Oh, I can see where it would take.
I help
too.
him a lot,
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
yeah.
But Carl's just saying, when you do your budget, set your budget up, you
Oh,
need
no.
to adjust for that.
They need to get together and do a
Yeah.
pay schedule
Yeah.
to make sure everything's correct, back in place. The
Mhm.
county administrator take care of that one.
Carry the motion, sir.
I did, thank you. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, bro. Now, you good, Mark?
I am, just let y'all know, we're chipping and sealing Club 17. We're tearing and packing up Wingfield. I'm gonna gonna go to, A&M Drive-In and tear it up next. And we're gonna go to, as soon as we start back hot mixing, we'll finish Lake Lee. And I have to do a short stretch on Gurdon Road, and I'm going to Elizabeth to do that, so.
Also, kind of share with them what you found out about the cleaning up 82
I
and what
talked to
your
the state.
plans are.
I talked to the state, and they said that they don't do cleanup. They get people to volunteer to do it, so they gonna donate me some garbage bags and R4 guys, and when I can spare somebody else, we're gonna actually block the lane off on a section they're working, and we're putting some more lights on the trailer for more safety issues. So,
And you're gonna buy additional safety equipment, right?
yeah, we have some bigger signs now that we put up on the roads for the men working and stuff.
This is just a suggestion, if it's possible, if we can do it. And I told him, there are certain areas of 82 that are worse than others. One is from Dodger to FedEx, right through that ditch, and it's dry right now, it'd be a good time to get there. But kind of see how it goes, but I personally wouldn't have a problem if you had people, volunteers, even working on Saturdays, pay, of course have to pay them overtime, but that's something that needs to be done. When you come into our city, you don't want to see that kind of trash. If you had people that wanted to work on the weekends, because the problem with that, you're pulling them off other stuff too. I mean, if you had them say, hey, we work on Saturdays too, we make overtime and do that, I think that would be, an opportunity to jump out there and do it on, and not taken away from other things. And that's just a suggestion. I don't know if you know how y'all feel about that or what.
I think it's a good suggestion, but also, just maybe just getting, some people, we just contract them, pay them $10 to $12 an hour, maybe 8 people, and go and get them knocked out, just about, if we can possibly go there
Okay.
too.
Now, when you get to talking overtime, Ms. Carter, at the next meeting, well, during the budget session tomorrow, kind of share with the board where we are with overtime costs. Okay?
Okay.
That's why I
But we
said-
can go ahead and get started
I
though,
would
right?
say
I want
just
to-
make it
I have 4 guys.
contractual, that way it won't be overtime, we just get
Yeah, but it's not a budgeted item.
people, we just contract with them and they do the cleanup, 'cause there's a lot of areas to do.
But you can get started, I'm sorry.
I'm
I got Mr. Redmond got to speak.
I was trying to figure out where the kids
The interns. Is that what you call them, Ms. Carter?
that we hire here this summer.
Where are they?
They all over the county.
Pull them.
No, we don't do that to them kids.
Do what? That's what they're doing anyway.
No, when leaving, they bring them out.
Good.
I'm glad we don't make that decision.
Carl.
Hey, Lee, I'm sorry.
Oh, but if you can't, go ahead and get started how you plan on it. Let's just see how it goes. Let's just see how ours goes and see how it goes.
Yeah, we're definitely,
See if-
we'll be starting in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
If you,
Get some extra lights
yeah,
up on the
Outstanding.
trailer today, so
Okay.
Anything else for us, Mark?
that's all I have right here.
All right. Ms. Brooks, floor is yours.
Oh, yes, my question is really with the sheriff now, mental health. So, in NACO, really, again, I encourage everyone to go. Really come up with solutions there, and they talk about so many different issues that county government address, and some issues I didn't even think about. But mental health clearly is a major piece on a national level. So I end up, one lady from Oklahoma County, she's a county commissioner. Most states use, they call commissioners, Mississippi, California, Arizona, we're called supervisors. But anyway, in her county, what they're doing is, when it comes to mental health, they have their sheriff deputies with either notebooks or iPad. And what they do is, when they have a call about mental health, they have a licensed psychologist, psychiatrist, whoever. They online to help direct them on how to deal with the mental health issue. And so the next question, other conversation, is the location of where we keep our people at. And so that is a major problem here, but I did just want to bring that to your attention, Sheriff. That's something we may want to look at on getting going through that process, so we can deal with any mental health problems in the future, where we will have a licensed psychologist, a counselor online to the discretion of the sheriff deputies on how to address certain issues. And I just wanted to see if there's something you may be interested in here in Washington County.
Ms. Brooks, will you get the literature as to how they do that and then what the.
What I was gonna do is get their resolution, see how they do it in their county, and see if it's something we may be interested in mimicking. I want to see if there's something you do before I move forward.
Okay.
Sheriff.
We'll be happy to look at it and see what we can do. If it's something we can do, enhance the mental health issue here in Washington County, we'll be absolutely happy.
But Sheriff, any process you put in place, does it have to have state approval or how does that work?
But,
The
Mr.
min-
Griffin, speak to
Mr.
that
Griffin,
board, because
okay.
he's attorney about it here, and it's mental health have a new law.
Yeah.
Let me just explain. The Constitution, there's a provision in the Constitution that says the state of Mississippi and not counties is responsible for mental health, provide mental health as well as substance abuse and intellectual abuse. Someone suffers from intellectual problems, they're responsible for that as well. Now, the Mississippi Supreme Court has said that the Director of Mental Health is responsible for implementing plans to ensure that everyone receives appropriate mental health services, including ensuring that that the facilities are available for that purpose. We've been asked to negotiate some contract with Allegiance Healthcare, and that's the subject of a request of the Attorney General now, whether or not we can even do that in the absence of involvement of the state and our Director of Mental Health. And I'll share that letter with you. Secondly, it's good if we can afford, because yes, the first person or agency to respond to mental health issues normally is law enforcement. And because of that, you certainly don't know how to deal with these folks. That need to be, I agree, there need to be some training on how you deal with that, okay? Before you have a commitment, all right? Because they are asked to go in, procure or secure these people, take them to a facility, pending a hearing or whatever. So, and they have to know how to deal with this. Secondly, there are those who just suffering from mental health may not require being sent to a facility. You need to know how to deal with them, because if you have someone, they may say, after they go through a conversation with them and assess the situation, they may react differently. But mental health, believe me, I never realized just how involved this stuff is until I was asked by this board and the court to look into how we develop a plan in Washington County. And we're working on that. The judge is, and you need to get involved in that, perhaps, with Judge Richards and be in on those conferences. But he's having monthly conferences, okay, to try to figure this out. And it's not an easy thing, because the law says the state, once a person is committed, the state takes over everything, okay? And the sheriff is limited to only having to transport them one time. But even that transportation may require some understanding of the condition of these people, which, because of HIPAA and whatever else, you don't know the extent of that person's condition. The law says that's violation of privacy if the psychologist or anyone disclose that condition. So it's difficult for the sheriff or anyone, unless this person is under care of that person, to be in a position to explain what is really going on and what you need to do to secure and protect yourself as well as the public from someone who comes into your custody or prison.
All right. Any other questions? Everybody good? Okay, Ms. Carter. Wait a minute. Don't we have a executive session personnel matter?
No. Well, here's what I'm recommending. Okay, that the personnel committee, resume its investigation.
Can't hear you.
Yes, sir. And you need to put that on because we're not ready for filing. We got some, at least one witness that you need to talk to.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Good enough.
as soon as y'all get that done, we'll be in a position to have a final hearing on that before the board.
All right, you know, it's, all right. I'll make myself available this week or whatever it takes to make this happen.
Now, the other gentleman that y'all had the personnel committee meeting with, him calling, asking for some decision. I told him before the time that beyond that meeting.
All right, so that's one we need to resolve today.
Yeah, you can resolve that one today.
All right, so I need a motion to go in executive session of personnel committee at the end of this meeting.
So move.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Carter, sorry about that. It's on you.
We have expended 73.9% of our budget through July 15th compared to a plan of 83.33%. Total receipts deposited June 29th through July 10th total $387,366.14. I am requesting board approval of our claims docket totaling $517,495.13. So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Meals and Mills is requesting payment in the amount of $1,800 for the rebid phase invoice for the multiplex kitchen renovations and $1,800 for rebid phase for the multiplex new restaurant.
All right, those are just rebids. Now, where are we with the project? Huh? All right, all right,
That was when, they come in too high, we rebid
Oh,
it
rebid.
again. We done that several times.
all right.
Speaking of too high, like on construction company, they say, this is about general. So all that was just out of proportion. We have the building to accommodate a regular
Okay.
they had calculated, so I don't know. He
What
said
he's saying-
It's too much for us to go through and try to redo all the wiring that we are equipped with the proper generator.
What that means is
Come back.
they're gonna come back and respec it. Or do we need to? So that generator was much too powerful. When it comes to KWs, when it comes to kilowatts, that's what it is. And we could use 1/3 of that, Jerry, or half of that, or what? All right, so we're gonna have to get some more information. Find out what we need to do. How much was that initial cost?
Like he said, but about almost $10,000 would be more than take care of that.
No.
Until,
They just come back, that was the contract they got from.
But
until we get the ARPA stuff resolved, I'm not gonna vote to pay anything out of anything until
Well, the
we
work's
get this
been done.
resolved. Huh?
the work's been done.
Well, I know it's been done, but
Holy.
I just,
It's just, those are minor amounts.
huh?
Those are minor amounts. That'll help us clean it up and get on the even. Ms. Brooks gonna give us
Are
an
we on
update.
a path to get this cleaned up?
Yes.
Okay.
She gonna give us an update on it.
All right, so move to approve.
Everybody good? Did I get a motion? That was my motion right there. Can I get a second? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That's unanimous. Ms. Carter?
R&R Roofing is requesting the final payment in the.
Okay. Got one nay on that. Ms. Brooks said nay. On the ARPA payment.
Okay.
Go ahead.
R&R Roofing is requesting the final payment in the amount of $97,246.70 for the convention center roof.
Wow.
So move.
I got a motion and a second. Anderson's discussing it then. All in favor? show
That
by
is
sign
our
of aye.
last payment on it, correct?
That is it.
Yes.
Okay. What was the total on that? Do you remember? Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
All right, but it's done now, right? Oh, my God. All right. Motion carries. That's done. That payment will be made expeditiously. This has been something. got, Ms. Carter?
Budget session tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I also have from the Mid-Delta Airport requesting payment in the amount of $2,747.60 and $3,024, and that's for HVAC improvements. That's going with the grant that we have for the airport.
Okay, that's a total of $500,000, is that first draw?
All that's on the grant though.
Yeah.
So moved.
Well, huh? Say that again. Wait a minute, Brooke, I didn't, what you say, Ms. Brooke?
The airport,
Uh-huh.
this money got to use.
We just got that, but she's right, it's last year. It came
Looks like at the end of, it was the end of last year.
last July.
But I'm just saying.
She on point.
It's reflection, even though it's the airport, it's reflection of this county. When you get dollars, you have to use those.
Ms. Brooke,
dollars.
don't go there.
I just want us to know.
Ms. Brooke.
I'm putting again, when we get grant money, whether it's administered or not, it has to be used, because if you don't go use that money, it hurt you in the future.
Got 3 years. Got 3 years.
I know you got 3 years, I got you on that, but when we wanna apply for some funding and with the state, next year, that money's not used, they're gonna say you haven't spent your money. That's
Alright.
why I put it on out there. That's
We'll,
why
we'll,
always
we'll,
got money
we'll
in
apply
there,
for
but
some
we
more and
still
they
got
gave it
money.
to us.
We didn't get no real money this past session. The money they gave us was really for the city of Greenville.
That's the airport. That's just
No,
the
I'm
same
talking about
thing.
this past session.
Me too.
I looked at it and it was nothing for us. It was for other, they used the county, really the county was just
Thank you.
fun, to be honest.
Right, that's the same money.
And so my concern is we need projects for our county itself, not to just say we give it to the county, but it's really going to another entity.
Well-
And that took place.
Well, it happens all the time. It's just,
Well-
this is a small minuscule amount. But let me leave that where it is.
That's the point I'm making is I just want us to understand that when we do get the money, we do need to spend the money. So we come up and we ask for dollars, not only with the state, any entity, that we're really using those dollars. Not just letting it sitting there just to say we got it and not spend it.
Oh, just, I look, it's, 321 is what we spent on the roof. 321, just so
Okay.
y'all know.
Good enough, Ms. Carter?
You got a motion.
I got it. All right.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Brooke. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That's on the airport payments. No, you got one more to give us, I thought. Opera update.
Well, I did complete the opera report for 2024 after many long hours and long nights. But it's done, so what I'm going to do is, and another thing, I also gained access to our portal
Okay.
for the MCWI funds as well. So what I'm going to do is provide you guys a true update. I'm gonna meet with all the engineers of ARPA and the engineers of those associations or water associations, and get a true figure as to where we are, and then I can provide y'all with an update on where everyone is as far as their allocation.
Okay. Now, you think that's it? Let me say this. A lot of this work is being done after hours. And we appreciate you, Ms. Brooks, for helping us out and pulling us. Oh, thank you. Ms. Carter. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, but I do appreciate you, Ms. Carter, for helping us out. But where I'm going is, out of that commitment that was made to the previous opera administrator, there was a residual amount left in what that contract budget amount was, and hopefully your attorney gonna tell us where we are with that situation. But what I want you all to think about is that residual amount of money. It's about 23,000 somewhere in there, 26,000 that we award that to the administrator, for completing and getting us through to the end of opera. It was I got a motion. It was already committed to be paid out for the work, and now it's getting done. I got a motion. I need a second. I'm gonna second it now. I want questions. I did. Okay, I got a second. Now questions.
I think Charlisa done an excellent job, but Charlisa knows me well enough to know that I voted against in the beginning to pay anybody when we could have done it for free, so.
Oh, that's another conversation.
So that's,
Wait, do that. Hold up, Mr. Griffin.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what,
Yeah.
South Delta told us. So,
The motion should reflect that you're amending her contract. You indicate you're
Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Mr. Griffin.
amending her salary.
No, it's gonna be contractual of the salary.
She can't have a contract. You're amending her salary for the duration.
Can't hear you, Mr.
of
Griffin, with the mic.
I apologize, Mr. President. I thought I spoke real loud.
You speak a little softer than what you think.
May it please the board, the motion should read that you are authorizing the amendment or an increase in salary for Ms. Carter to compensate her for opera services through the duration of the opera program.
All right.
You already made the motion.
That's it. She accepted the amendment. She accepted the amendment. Everybody understand? I got a motion and a second.
Oh, you gotta add the amount.
I did, 26,000. Oh, is that correct? But any changes? When?
What was that money amount? 33?
It was that's what's left. And that was a huge amount drawn, but you know.
It's about $3,300 a month.
Yeah.
Yes, what else? That's, yes, you gotta,
Okay.
you gotta pay that 33 per month.
Everybody good? With the exception of Supervisor Gordon? All in do. All in favor, show a sign of aye. Aye. And we got one nay. Motion carries. Anything else, Ms. Carter? I can't think of anything. You already talked about the budget session tomorrow. Okay. If y'all got any ideas, anything you want to add, tomorrow will be the day, so don't, we'll be moving on fast, hopefully with the budget. What you got for us, Ms. Holmes?
Public utility roll that's come in. Copy it into the minute.
Okay. I got a motion and a second. We copy the utility roll to the minutes. I need a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
And everything else copied out for the.
We're gonna copy all the
Visitors
documents.
Visitors and Prevention Bureau minutes.
All right. Everybody else is good? Okie dokie. Now, we do have an executive session, but this is gonna wrap up our meeting after I get through with Chief. Chief, you good? Sheriff, you good?
Ms. Carter say we're gonna start on the budget tomorrow, and there's gonna be some extra on the Sheriff Department budget this year. And in addition, I think I asked for a couple more debits. We have to do all 99% of
Two more?
Hollandale.
Two
It was
more?
2 or 3, I can't remember exactly
All
what
right.
I put in there.
Let us know about tomorrow.
99% of Hollandale, 100% of Arcola, 98 to 99% of Metcalf.
Okay,
And then with the system that we have with Greenville and Leda.
okay.
So we'd ask for that part.
We
Other
will add
part
it.
here I wanna say, from people coming to me. I don't know why they come to me and they got a board of supervisors. But sheriff be out everywhere, and then I guess they attack me because I answer and talk to them. At Wallfield Point Park, on Saturday, they had so many people talk about that they want to cook in the park. And those grills that we got in the park out there, it's no good.
Okay.
And they're talking about that, where they need more picnic tables in there, and they need some more grills in there.
Okay, now we just bought picnic tables, can't remember how many it was.
Well,
But we're in the process of changing that out, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff.
I talked to Jeremy and Mark and both of them about it and everything. But where you got the grill set at, gonna need to put some tables at. I'm telling you, now, we
Oh,
got
yeah.
a park out there that we need to make it look good.
Okay.
And
Well-
have somewhere for our people to go to.
Yeah.
Also put some things in there for, I ain't speaking as a sheriff, I'm speaking as a citizen now. Have somewhere for our people to go, our young kids to go, put something in that park out there.
Okay.
People love to be at Wallfield Point Park, and it's on the river here, and I think we need to make it look a little better.
All right. We'll work on the park. Like I said, we're changing the benches out, gathering up all that extra metal and stuff and gonna clear that out. Hopefully through this budget session, we'll go ahead and approve putting in Wi-Fi in the park, because that's one of the major complaints. We're looking at some major some increases in people staying in the park. over the next few years. So we're looking at actually doing the upgrades. And we'll be talking about that, and we'll discuss some of that through the budget session. Lee?
I do have a question. That, and I talked to the chief just kind of briefly on a couple things. What you propose is not counting the humane officers yet? No, sir. Okay, so as we go into the budget session, I kind of talked to the sheriff, so I just want to make sure that's not counting those. Okay.
Might be,
All right.
might be an extra few dollars in here. I will bring it up. I think the headmaster at Washington School might have had contact with Mr. Gordon. Anyway, he called me. The city of Greenville is not gonna do crossing guard. So they did say that they will try to pay part of salary for the help that they get.
Okay.
They're coming down Reed Road. Probably the same in St. Joe. And we're looking forward to trying to do some application that so can we get some crossing guards in here that we can train to do their work.
Any idea? Okay. I mean,
They probably not gonna be,
no. I'm wondering why is the city pulling away from that responsibility?
I don't
That's-
have a clue in there.
We'll discuss with the mayor.
I know that it's in Washington County in here.
I got it.
And we're gonna make it safer for everybody to come in.
All right. You good, Lee? Ms. Brooks? You good, Ms. Brooks?
Oh, yeah, just go back and elaborate a little bit on NACO again. The conference is a good conference because we identified the different solutions that you run into in your county, and also I was honored to be able to create some more new relationships with other counties that are having some of the same problems that we're having, where I could reach out to them, identify how y'all working with this. And I think mostly with the mental health, like I was telling you earlier, it is a national crisis that's going on in our nation, dealing with people with mental health. And the other piece, AI, is a whole nother piece that we're talking about that's going to affect counties, artificial intelligence, how it does affect your county. And on Monday, I was coming back, I missed it, but on Monday, the full day was about artificial intelligence. And so there's something that our county is going to have to start looking at on how do we address AI in our county, dealing from administration to across the board. And the other piece was cannabis as well. How does it affect your employees when your state changes the laws, when the state approves medical cannabis in your state? Right now, we're not at recreation in our state, but the concern is how do you address in each state, each county address it differently. So those are conversations. Some of the meetings, I couldn't go to all of them because everything is a breakout session, but it is a good conference, and I just really encourage other board members to go to the next NACO conference, because I think if we all go, we can hit the different pieces that's really affecting our county, and it's a very, very good conference. And it's also about creating relationships, as I said, with other counties across the nation, identify what they're doing, and it just may work in our county.
Sure. Ms. Redmond?
I want to know, the garbage trucks, our garbage trucks, these new trucks that we got,
Yeah.
that is broke down every week.
Should be.
For the last 2 weeks, I had people calling me, they didn't get the garbage. When I called over there, they said the truck's in the shop.
I've had somebody call, there's a lot of those there, and I'm aggravated too. Folks have 2 or 3 cans, I think they pick up one and not pick up the other one and stuff like that. And I've had some conversations with Mark, and, I know what's going on, but yeah, I've had some call back, but as far as, to my knowledge, none of them broke down. Everything running, so I don't know why, but and what you can do in that situation, what I've been doing, calling Mark or Edwin Allen, make them go back and pick that up, and then maybe they will do that a little bit, but
Oh,
I
they'll
had
still
those
do it.
same calls.
Well, he said when I
But if it's
called,
broke down, I'm not worried.
he said when I called yesterday, they were working on the truck at the shop.
Yeah,
Mark,
those are brand new trucks.
right? And my people are saying the trucks are just handled too rough out there.
All right.
Deal with the drivers or something.
Okay. We've got an executive session that we're going into and discuss a personnel matter. We're going to need some legal update as well, Mr. Griffin, on possible litigation. I want to add that to the when we talk about the reason going into executive session. Jazz, you good?
I believe so. I had just one question, because I don't think I was at the
Shalisa has those duties, and you'll go to full reconciliation. Just give her time to get everything straightened out, and she's working hard and doing well and trying to pull all that information together. We do understand as a board, we have a hard deadline to have some commitments, and we're gonna take a look at that and see what we can make sure we get those commitments made with this funding opportunity. All right. I need a motion now to go into closed session, announce our intent for executive session, and a second. I got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Now, we have an executive session that's going to contain a personnel matter and possible litigation. I miss anything, Mr. Attorney? All right. Need a motion that go into executive session and discuss those matters previously referenced. Need a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, we're going to executive session, Chief. All right. The first one up, Griff, I'm sorry. Bernadine Shep, okay.
we did not have enough sufficient members to start the meeting.
Okay.
And after I received a call from you, I said, well, the board president will have to recess the meeting, and I thought that was the law, okay? And I prepared an order to that effect, and then I said, let me take a look to see what the law really is, because this has never happened, and I don't ever recall reading it in any AG opinion, any statute anywhere, that exactly how that's to occur.
Where's the law?
And then the law says,
I know you're gonna be
not briefly,
I wanna hear the law.
and I'm gonna be briefly. The law says that if board members are unable to hold a meeting, okay, then the sheriff shall adjourn the meeting and in an order notifying them to show up the next day and from day to day until you get a majority to convene a meeting.
So it's the sheriff supposed to run the meeting?
Yes. No, the sheriff's not supposed to run the
He's
meeting.
supposed to just sit there.
He'll
and
join
order.
the meeting because there are not three members of the board there to adjourn the meeting. So I just want to thank our sheriff, and he almost cursed me out when I said it to him. He said, I ain't gonna do it. You know what? I'm gonna tell you exactly.
But is that for him to step in just to adjourn the meeting?
That's correct.
It's not really
No,
to go
no,
on
he's
with
not,
business,
right.
just begin the meeting, adjourn the meeting.
And it's almost like he's ordering y'all to be present for the next meeting.
That's what I'm saying, so every time he would have to do that until we have the regular meeting.
That's correct, until y'all are able to have a majority present to convene a meeting. Yes, thank you, Sheriff.
All right, now, now we're out of executive session. Now, you know, I'm just going to say, and we'll announce that we did affirm
I
unanimously
did put it on the order.
to uphold the termination of Mr. Moses. Hello?
That's correct.
And that's exactly what we took.
And to send him a letter to that
And
effect.
we'll send him a letter to that effect. Now, we're going to recess this meeting until tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And that meeting is planned to be a budget session. But we will be able to conduct business on a personnel matter if we're able to schedule it with, that would be.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And the final thing before you go, we should have done it at the beginning of the meeting, but the order of setting this meeting by the sheriff, actually that be added to the minutes.
Say that again now.
The order setting this adjourned meeting by the sheriff, actually that be added to the minutes.
So moved.
I got a motion and a second. And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed, motion carries. And we're gonna also go ahead and copy all the reports into the minutes. Motion, so, and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed, motion carries. Need a motion to go ahead and recess tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. All opposed, any opposed, motion carries.
Tired.
Here before 11 o'clock.
Just tell me what it is.
If you don't have a,
Oh, about the poor.
yeah, then the sheriff, then the sheriff. convene the meeting.
Hey, Mr. Tully, do we ever get the invoice with the fireworks?
Now, we, make sure you look at
We got the fireworks.
No, that's, I'm not,
$8,600.
I wanna reward the ones that's doing a good job. I do. I wanna make people
$8,600.
but at least,
They've been
they
leaking
gotta
the
do that.
invoice.
Just the basic, that's all I'm asking
The
for.
one they just had.
You can't do that. What's the basis of that?
I get those calls all the time.
I don't know that that's a legal expense.
Yeah, just while you're there, I'd rather for you to do a mile of good job than 2 miles of half a job. You know, just we got the best equipment we can buy. We've been buying the best equipment we can buy.
No.
Yeah, exactly right. We gotta make that clear to the managers. We gotta make it look, now, we're looking at y'all. We're not day-to-day managers. y'all gotta make sure. They at the place at 8 o'clock.
Well, we needed that.
That's right, and it's not just there. Yeah.
This is all the time. I got a little woman now. My wife's all them folks in
Oh, I
the
got you.
one of them stopped there. They see it, they be like,
Yep, sitting there. That's exactly right. Hey, go to work, you get your break, take your 15, 20, whatever it is, go back to work.
they going, that's why I can,
They drive in 20 minutes, take a 15-minute break.
Yeah.
I can understand why they go to 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
At 3 o'clock, they be headed in.
That's right, yeah. At 3:30, they headed in to knock off at 5.
We got